Incoming customer detected.
Hello everybody, welcome once again to Blind Gamer Plays. My name is Ira Robinson and I want to thank you guys for tuning in today. We are going to try a little bit of something different as a weapon showcase. We are going to be using a Bloodied plasma caster with 25% faster fire rate and reduced weight. Should be a rather interesting time. This is actually the first time that I've used this weapon. I have used other plasma casters before, but I ended up creating this one and I thought, well, you know what, let's give it a shot and see how well it does. So we are going to be using a Bloodied build, of course, because it is a Bloodied plasma caster. You guys can take a look at the build that I'm going to be using. I am going to be running in power armor, simply because I do have the stabilized perk, and you know, the amount of perks that you get out of using power armor with a heavy weapon, it's just a little bit too much to resist. So we are over here with the super mutants and we're going to play around a little bit and see what we can get to happen. I'm not going to be doing sneak mode, obviously. Doing it in power armor is a little bit difficult, and as you can see, the opening salvo is actually pretty decent amount of damage. So yeah, and again, bear in mind I am blind, so you know, playing things like this is a little bit difficult sometimes, but when you don't have that sneak mode to help you give a moment, you know, for getting through things. It's a little bit on the harder side, kind of hard mode for me, but you know, we'll see what happens. I'm kind of not that great at first-person shooter aiming. I tend to use VATS a little bit more, but obviously VATS with a heavy weapon, it sucks down the AP pretty quickly, so we'll use it like here and there just to get that little bit of extra boost out of it. But you know, it is what it is, right? You gotta deal with it. Oof, there's a nice headshot. 600 damage on a headshot with a plasma caster, a heavy weapon. That's that's a fair amount of damage. So yeah, the evil number, 666 damage. I think there we go. So yeah, this weapon does pretty well. It's a little bit different. It's harder to use. It's simply based on the fact that it's sort of a sniper rifle-y hybrid sort of a thing, while being a heavy weapon at the same time. But you know, it can definitely output the damage, that's for sure. As you guys can see, it's doing a fair amount to these super mutants. I think that was a legendary. I think I might have just taken out that legendary in one shot there. I don't know. Let's take a look. As I said, kind of the one thing with this kind of style of weapon for me that's a little bit different is that the amount of AP that it uses is pretty drastic, and that was a miss. Yeah, but I mean, it's not bad. It's a good weapon. I think that it'll do just fine. I'm kind of curious as to how it's going to do against some of the other opponents that are a little bit maybe tougher hitting in one shot sort of a thing. But we'll see what happens. We'll go mess around with the Scorch Beast. The survivability factor with this kind of a weapon is definitely different compared to what you would maybe normally use in a power armor run and gun sort of a situation. Getting the hit on this guy without using VATS is a little bit harder as well. Did not mean to hit the reload there, but that's okay. That's good, the idea. I do wish it had a little bit more ammo capacity, maybe. That would be a little bit more helpful. So again, the survivability factor, it's a little bit on the more difficult side. Hello, there we go. Come on over and say hi. As you can see, it's definitely tearing him down pretty quickly. Although I'm missing a fair amount for some reason. I'm not sure whether that's me or whether it's something that's weapon, but still, you know. Not as quickly as you would do with, like, say, a Bloody Commando or something like that, simply because I'm not in sneak mode, so I'm not getting the extra amount of damage that can come from the true full-on bloodied experience. But again, you know, running in sneak mode with this weapon in particular, not really going to happen. You might get off 1, maybe 2 shots, depending on how high your agility is. But beyond that, you know, you're not really going to do the greatest amount of damage for things. I can take it out of the power armor. We can go mess around with Swan a little bit and see what we can do. I do have an unyielding set of armor, so we can see maybe if that bonus AP will be helpful. And we'll take it from there. Okay, we're over here knocking on Swan's door. We'll see what we can do. Get his attention here real quick. And as you can see, yeah, we're already in danger mode just from that 1 shot, even though I have the bloody or the unyielding armor on. It would help if I actually hit his head, but you know. Whatever. Oh, hello. Yeah. I didn't get that last shot off as well as I could have. Give me a moment. Okay, we're back here with Swan again. Let's see what we can do this time around. See if we can get it to happen any better. There we go. Went better that time around. Got the actual shots off that time. Anyways, as you can see, death or not, this guy definitely went down really quickly. So yeah, I think that this weapon, it's kind of proving itself to be very effective, and hopefully it'll do well against some of the other critters. Let's go ahead and see how it does against the ghouls. Okay, Ghoul Hotel, here we are, and we'll go ahead and see what we can do with this weapon over here. I can, because, well, you know, it's always nice to get that extra bit of lead. Wake them all up, I guess, you know, and go from here. So let's see how well it tears these guys up. Of course, I mean, they're probably going to die in 1 shot just because this weapon hits like a truck, you know. I mean, they really can't stand up against it. Not a bad thing. Hello, hit, thank you. Slow reload is slow, but, you know, it happens. Again, though, as you can see, it's definitely more effective. You know, it takes them out pretty quickly. Crits, non-crits, you know, the extra. We're kind of like seeing what we can do as far as keeping ourselves in the sneak mode is concerned. Just seeing what kind of excessive amount of damage we can get out of this thing. It's not bad, you know. It's not bad. I don't think it's a daily use one. There we go. I don't think it's a daily use one for me personally, just because it's not really my style. If I'm going to be doing a sneak mode or bloodied type of thing, I want something that's going to be a little bit more of a faster firing, or barring that, maybe something that will help to increase the survivability just a little bit. Because again, you know, when you're running bloodied, you're running that fine line of 1 shot, 1 kill kind of a thing for not only yourself but for the opponents as well. So when it comes to something like this thing, it's very fast. If you can do it right. I mean, the fire rate on it is definitely nice comparatively. But I'm not, I don't know. I guess I'm just not as into plasma casters as I could be. If I'm going to use heavy weapons, I want to use something that's a lot more excessive in the amount of spray and pray that can happen with it, I guess you could say. But it does fine. You know, I think the plasma casters, they created them to fit a certain style, you know, a certain mindset, and this, it's kind of like going for the best of both worlds between commando style. It's probably going to kill me off here because I couldn't get the damage off. Oh, nope, I did survive it. Shocking. Berserker's combat. Yeah, no. Anyways, it's kind of that fine line between a certain style, like doing, I don't know, maybe the Wendigo didn't pop up. Hello, we got a little bug going on there with the visual. Anyways, you know, I think they were kind of going with the idea of like a sniper, a sniper heavy user, I guess. But oh, hello! I think I killed him off, and he killed me off. So that's 2 deaths here, as you guys can see. It's just not really my thing, my forte. This type of weapon in this kind of a situation. Maybe somebody else can make better use of it, but for me personally, it just does not fit my my style as much as I guess it could. And that's okay. You know, it's situational, I think, and some people might be able to make a lot more effective use out of it than I can. But again, for me personally, it's just not... hello. Why are you reloading? That's weird. It's just not necessarily for me. Hello, girl. Yeah, we got you that time, didn't we? Okay, there we go. So, mutant satchel. Oh, jeez. It is tossing me the worst legendary loot today, I swear. But I mean, it does fine. You know, the weapon for what it is, it does okay. I normally in these showcases go do like the mirror work clean and that kind of thing. But frankly, I think it'd be kind of like an effort in death for me, just because it's not the best for me. But the amount of damage that it can output is very nice. If it's something that you guys think that you can work with, it might be something that you guys might try to roll. I got really lucky with this roll. I know I did. This kind of thing would be very rare, having not only the bloodied but the faster fire rate and reduced weight with a heavy weapon. I mean, that's, you know, that's pretty nice. So anyways, I hope that you guys enjoyed this. If you did, make sure you guys leave a comment. Tell me what you think. Would you use this weapon, or would this be something that's not really quite your style as well? I'd love to know what you guys think of the plasma caster that was added to the game. In the meantime, if you guys did like this video, make sure you hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. We do put out new content constantly, and I'd love for you guys to take part in it. Become a part of the community. I would love it. And either way, thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate every one of you being here, and we'll talk to you again real soon. Hello, Rose.
I saw you taking a little detour out there to talk to that overseer of yours.
This land is his land, and none else are welcome.
Enemy sighted! Guys, they're here!
Okay. Oh, I don't know. Where'd you come from?